Oswego, and welcome to WTOP10 Tuesday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Anthony Hill.
And I'm Megan Roberts. Today is October 9th, 2012, and this is your news, sports, and weather all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts right now.
Former Penn State assistant coach Jerry Sandusky was sentenced to 30 years in prison today for his involvement in the child sexual abuse scandal, the same scandal that caused Joe Paterno's downfall. Sandusky, who is 68 years old, will be in prison until he's nearly 100. Sandusky is saying he is innocent and that he is not a monster. His lawyer says they will appeal the decision, a process that will begin in a few weeks. Lionel Sturley covers sports for WTOP, and he'll have more on this story a little later on. Stay tuned.
Respect others, even your enemy. That was the message celebrated Tibetan peace leader the Dalai Lama sent to the audience at Syracuse University Monday. The two-day event held discussion panels with a variety of world leaders speaking on topics from the Middle East to universal responsibility. The 77-year-old Dalai Lama emphasized the importance of international cooperation through peaceful means, stressing that peace does not simply mean the absence of war, but the presence of a global community. To the students attending, the Dalai Lama left them with this important message that the future depends on the young people of the present.
All right, and now we're going to check our current conditions outside with meteorologist James Gilbert. James, what's it looking like out there?
Thanks, guys. Right now it's 51 degrees. A little chilly for me. I decided to take out the winter jacket, at least the outer leaf. Tonight it's going to get down to 49. Nice calm winds. Nothing too bad. Nothing you can't handle. But tomorrow the clouds are going to start to increase, and we have a large cold front actually that's forecasted to pass through our area by the afternoon. So we can expect with that lots of rain and colder weather. I'll have a lot more to talk about in my full forecast. Back to the news desk.
Thanks a lot, James Gilbert, and for us. All right, every day the homeless population grows in Syracuse, but there's one program helping to reverse that trend, I should say. The program is called KEYS, that's K-E-E-S, which stands for Keys to Implement the Economic Stability. The program takes people off the streets and provides housing, educational opportunities, and job training. For more information on KEYS, log on to their website. It's www.sbh.com.
A difficult budget year is leading to difficult decisions for local school officials. The Camden Central School District is considering closing North Bay Elementary School. Declining state aid, low enrollment, and property tax cap are tying the district's hands in revenue. News of the closing has left parents outraged and fighting to keep the Oneida County School open. Parents are asking the school district for answers and other money-saving options. The closing of the North Bay Elementary School would save the district $750,000.
All right, with Rock the Vote deadline coming up pretty soon, Brian Freener has more information for college students about why you should register. Brian.
All right, guys, thanks very much. I'm here in the WTOP office, and with the election season well underway and the election itself just under a month away, SUNY Oswego students are preparing to vote for their favorite candidate, some for the very first time. The college's voting campaign, Rock the Vote, has been underway since September 10th, with the goal of getting as many students and local residents to the polls as possible come Election Day. During each of the next 2 days, from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, there will be tables set up here in the campus center and the quad with forms and other information on the different ways in which students can register to vote. Also, Rock the Vote will be sponsoring viewing parties for the final two presidential debates as well as the vice presidential debate on the 11th, the 16th, and the 22nd in the basement of Onondaga Hall. The deadline to register is this coming Friday, October 12th, and the application deadline for absentee ballots is Tuesday, October 30th. So get out there, register, and voice your choice, because each and every vote can make a difference this Election Day. I'm Brian Freener for WTOP 10 News. Anthony, let's go back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, Brian. Well, it's about that time of year again. The Dr. Lewis B. O'Donnell Media Summit will take place in the Waterman Theater on October 24th at 3 p.m. They like to say, take that date over, remember, something like that. We have somebody here who can answer that question. I screw it up all the time. The summit will host a panel of people with some big names who have succeeded in the media field. Joining me in the studio is Chelsea Hamlet, and she is the co-chairperson for the Media Summit Planning Committee. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So, the Media Summit is known for attracting some pretty big names. Tell us who's coming. Dish it out. A lot of people want to know who's coming.
All right, great. So, first and foremost, foremost, we have Jackie Robinson. She's actually a new addition, and she's the first African American female news anchor ever in Syracuse.
Syracuse, yeah.
So that's actually a great
CYN
deal.
Central.
Yeah, she was actually here last semester for the Voices of Diversity, which we did. So that was also great. We also have Edward Wyckoff Williams, who is a political analyst for MSNBC.
Nice. You know, that makes me happy.
Of course, because you're Mr. MSNBC.
I'm Mr. MSNBC. Hopefully one day it'll be reality and not just a dream. But that's pretty cool.
Yes, we also have Joanne Shelmadine. Now, excuse me if I mispronounce her name, but she is a professional stunt woman.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. She's an alumni, so that's always a great thing. And one of the TV shows that she did a stunt for is Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Okay.
as well as 6 Feet Under.
Okay. And so those are people who are coming?
Oh, there's more. Oh, we got more.
Okay.
We have more.
Okay.
Also, Dennis Mueller. He is an award-winning documentary filmmaker, so that's also a great look. And we have Kevin Torres. He is an Emmy award-winning backpack journalist.
Yeah.
But last but not least,
Yeah.
we have a moderator. The moderator is Garrick Utley.
Nice.
Yes, he's a former CNN contributor as well as the former NBC Weekend News anchor.
Yes,
So
yes. I
we're
cannot
really
wait
excited.
for that. I mean, if you don't want to come to this event because of those names, I don't know what's going to make you want to come. Let's talk about the theme, though. What's the theme for this year? There's always a theme. Last year, the theme was based around diversity in the media. This year, the theme is?
The theme this year actually is A Star is Born. And we
Okay.
decided A Star is Born is
Nice.
traditionally focused on the behind the scenes careers as well as technology. So we want to do it a little bit differently this year and focus on talent.
Okay, why should students who are watching, or even people who are not students who want to come, why should they attend something like this, an event like this?
They should come. It's a great networking opportunity, as well as, I mean, you get to meet people who you normally see on TV that do what you want to do. Why not get a chance to meet them face to face and network and connect?
All right, thank you so much for coming in, Chelsea Hamlet.
Thank you for having me.
All right, get ready for university news. Sherlock Holmes, The Final Adventure will premiere October 12th in the Waterman Theater at 8 p.m. You're not going to want to miss how Sherlock Holmes, aided of course by Dr. Watson, challenges the power of evil. Tickets for SUNY Oswego students are $7. As I like to say, it's a nice cheap date. And for our viewers who are off campus, tickets for our viewers who are not students, that is, off campus, tickets are only $13. For more information, contact the box office.
Well, we know that technology has many effects on our lives, but can it actually help us live longer? Dr. Joseph F. Coughlin, director of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology Age Lab and a SUNY Oswego alum, will discuss how home and community-based technologies and services allow older people to have longer and better lives than previous generations. The community forum will take place Thursday, October 11th at the City Hall Commons in Syracuse starting at 12:30. For more information, you can call 315-399-4100. And now we're going to see what's going on in sports with
Lionel Sterling.
How you doing, guys?
How you doing, Lionel?
Hi.
Doing all right, guys. Doing all right. Well, a lot happened in sports today that we're going to get to, but today, Oswego State senior goalkeeper P.J. Goodwin of Baldwinsville, New York, has been selected as the SUNY AC Men's Soccer Defensive Player of the Week for October 7th, the week of October 7th. Goodwin helped the Lakers get back into SUNY AC, the SUNY AC playoff chase by posting back-to-back shutouts this past weekend against Fredonia and Buffalo State. Goodwin tallied 7 total saves to earn his second and third shutouts of the season this weekend. It is also the first time Oswego State has posted consecutive shutouts in SUNY AC games since 2008. Coming up later on the Sports Report, I will have specific news on the Sandusky sentencing, the Jets' tough loss on Monday night, and the Oswego field hockey's team victory over Elmira. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Lionel. It was a tragic day in Pakistan for a young girl with a bright future.
And another controversial headline for TSA. All of this and more coming up after the break.
There's a lot of rain moving in Michigan right now. When can we expect it? Stay tuned. You're watching WTOP.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. Would you dream of something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
SAVAC ambulance respond to a 1 Bravo response, basement of Cuba Hall.
Dispatch, SAVAC 1, en route.
Hey, we're with SAVAC. How can we help you today?
Hi, I'm your meteorologist, James Gilbert. Right now, it's 51 outside. You might see a few little clouds, but overall, it's a pretty nice evening, a little bit high humidity. Dew points at 43, nice calm night, variable winds. Right now, looking at our almanac, last night we got down to 33 degrees compared to our record low of 32 in 2011. So I don't know if you were out last night, but it was a very cold night last night. Hopefully won't see that too close into the future. Around New York State, temperatures mostly in the low to mid 50s, 53 in Syracuse, 52 in Rochester. New York City, they're lucky they get 58 down there, and our cold spot up here at Watertown at 47. Checking out our weather tap radar. Right now, it's real clear around New York State. No rain or anything like that. But if you look off over to our west, just creeping into Lake Huron, we see a little bit of green. If we zoom out a little bit, there it is. There's a monster cold front. As you can see, the line's right along here. What can we expect with that cold front? Lots of rain, lots of windier weather. And let's look at throughout our day tomorrow. So here's 8 a.m. right now. There's that cold front. Tomorrow morning, it's going to start creeping into Lake Erie. And again, lots of rain, lots of windy weather behind that. Here's 2 p.m. As we can see, it's pretty much in New York now. There's us in Oswego. It's going to start creeping towards us. So when can we expect the rain? Probably by the afternoon, maybe a little bit after 2 p.m., but for most of the afternoon tomorrow, it's going to be rainy. And as that cold front passes, colder temperatures, windier conditions, and it just so happens that those winds are going to line up just in the right way that we're going to get lake enhancement. See that right there? This is 8 p.m. now, and all that green, that's from the lake. So although the rain may stop for lots of locations, for us here in Oswego, the rain will continue because of that lake effect, and that will continue tomorrow night into Thursday. Now overall, mostly clear early tonight, becoming partly cloudy as those clouds start to move in from that cold front. Tomorrow, clouds are increasing. Showers likely in the afternoon. That's what we're going to see. And look at those winds. Southwest, 15 to 25 miles per hour. High of 61 tomorrow. Tomorrow night, expect rain. Tomorrow night, that's when the lake effect is going to start stepping in. And it might get so heavy as the fact that we might hear some rumbles of thunder, which would be very interesting. Again, nice and windy, west 20 to 25 miles per hour, gusting possibly 30 to 35 miles per hour, low of 44. Looking at our 5-day forecast, there's that rain that we're going to expect tomorrow night and into Thursday. Nice breezy conditions. And then Friday, luckily the sun will come out, but unfortunately because the sun's going to come out, that night we might get down to 34. Saturday, some more sun, and then possibly some rain by Sunday.
So it's looking just overall real rainy day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Boots and raincoats for everyone during the
Definitely
day.
in the afternoon. Yeah, we might see some breaks of sun early, but by the afternoon, definitely expect the rain.
A lot of rain, a lot of rain. All right, James Gilbert, thank you so much. Get ready for State News. The The fight for the 24th Congressional District is getting heated between Anne-Marie Burkle and Dan Maffei after a national publication listed that district on its top 10 most vulnerable list. Burkle, who is a Republican, is the incumbent in this race, and according to the publication, this district will go for Obama. Burkle says more research needs to go into that publication because her base is riled up. However, Maffei, of course, he disagrees. He says Burkle is disconnected with her district and that the publication is a reflection of where the district is leaning.
The secretly recorded remarks made by presidential candidate Mitt Romney that were released back in September are still causing chaos for his campaign. In the secret recording, Romney was caught saying belittling comments about the 47% of Americans who do not pay federal income taxes. Well, Thursday night, Romney retracted that statement, saying it was not elegantly stated. Romney defended himself, saying that sometimes in campaigning, the message doesn't come across clearly, and in this case, it was completely wrong.
A leukemia patient who was making what she calls an end-of-life trip to Hawaii was patted down in public against her will at a Seattle airport. Michelle Dunaj says the agent opened a saline bag containing fluid she needs to survive. Dunaj also says she thought she had prepared by calling the airline and asking how to take her medicine through TSA. A TSA spokeswoman spoke to KOMO News in Seattle and says that it's against policy to deny someone private screening and that the agency is investigating the situation.
Well, Christopher Columbus gets his own home. Richard Roth has the story.
Interesting. Interesting.
Christopher Columbus has stood tall in New York's Columbus Circle since 1892. One big problem, though.
I've been living in the city since 1966. Columbus Circle's always been there. But you don't look up. You can't see it. It's so high.
Faster than you can say Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria, the city and a public art group set sail to bring the people to Columbus. Now New Yorkers and tourists enter another new world to rediscover Columbus. Columbus appears to have time-traveled into the future, standing on a coffee table in living room Americana, couch, cable TV, and wallpaper starring Michael Jackson and Marilyn Monroe.
Columbus stayed exactly where he was, and this all took shape around him.
Only Columbus has seen these views before of major New York avenues.
I like to think of it as Christopher Columbus finally getting a piece of the American dream. His own home, front row dress circle in New York City.
Japanese artist Tatsu Nishi, who specializes in transforming public spaces, brought Columbus out of the cold.
I am so happy to have my work in New York City.
Some people are not happy an Italian icon is hidden away in a living room.
If they wanted to exalt the Admiral of the Ocean Sea, they wouldn't have encased it in this boxy frame that is buffoonery masquerading as art.
So I walked up more steps at Italy's New York consulate to discuss what was done to an Italian sea captain by a Japanese artist in Manhattan.
Arts is a language which is supposed to unify people and different cultures.
Now, I ordered Chinese takeout. Will the delivery man be able to come up here to the living room so I can watch some TV along with Chris?
You can explore this exhibit until November 18th. Then the Ancient Mariner, freed from New York pigeons, gets major cleaning and repairs. Richard Roth, CNN, New York.
Year-old girl was the target of a gunman today in Pakistan. Malayla Yousafzai, along with two other girls, were on the school bus in the Swat Valley when this all occurred. Malayla won Pakistan's first Nobel Peace Prize for her online diary, and in it, she talks about the Taliban's ban on education. Ever since then, she's received frequent death threats. Malayla is in stable condition in a Peshawar hospital. The other two girls suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
Exciting new information has been discovered at one of the world's most famous ancient landmarks. 3D laser scanning technology has revealed that more effort was put into certain parts of the remarkable landmark Stonehenge. As each stone was examined, researchers found faded artwork from the Bronze Age engraved on certain areas of the circle. These findings back up researchers' theories that more time and effort was put into one side of the stones to allow a more dramatic passage of sunlight through the circle. And when we come back, we'll have Heather Doherty, but first take a look at your late night menu.
Coming to a town you're watching WTOP TV10, Oswego, New York. I'm the Kid. Come on.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
All right, for anyone looking for a fun night out with the kids, Heather Doherty has the latest news on this animated film release. How are you doing, Heather?
Fine, thanks. How are you, Anthony?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Good.
In 1984, Tim Burton released Frankenweenie as a short, with the dream of making it a longer film someday. And with time and patience, his dream was granted. On Friday, October 5th, Disney released Frankenweenie as a full-length feature film. The film, directed by Tim Burton, is about a young boy's love for his dog that leads to the retelling of the classic tale of Frankenstein. The animated film, which is in black and white, features the voice talents of Catherine O'Hara and Winona Ryder. Unfortunately, Frankenweenie didn't do too well at the box office, bringing in $11.4 million. Frankenweenie ranked 5th place, falling to movies such as Taken 2 and Hotel Transylvania. Many movie critics feel that it would have been a smarter move for Disney to release Frankenweenie closer to Halloween, putting more distance between the Hotel Transylvania release, as it falls into a similar genre. Hotel Transylvania is also an animated film geared towards children looking for a Halloween comedy. Overall, audiences are saying positive things about Disney and Tim Burton's Frankenweenie, and critics believe it will hold in theaters through Halloween.
So, Heather, this looks like a film obviously geared towards kids. What's the rating of the film?
PG.
PG, so based around like Halloween, or what's the...
I believe it's a more Halloween film. That's usually Tim Burton's style.
Okay, and what's kind of like, do you know big names who are in it besides?
Catherine O'Hara and Winona Ryder are voices behind it.
Are the main voices in it?
Yes.
Oh, well, it looks very interesting.
It does.
Looks like a good
so
kids
I
movie.
feel like it's a little different from his previous movies. I feel like it might not be as dark and eerie as like Corpse Bride or Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay, thank you so much, Heather.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, Heather.
Well, on tonight's Hollywood Minute, one Hollywood marriage begins and another comes to an end.
Christina Muchler reports.
Jack Osbourne and fiancée Lisa Stelly became Mr. and Mrs. this weekend in a Hawaiian wedding ceremony. According to Hello Magazine, the former reality star exchanged vows with Stelly in front of 48 friends and family members. Sister Kelly Osbourne was a bridesmaid. Osbourne and Stelly welcomed their first child together in April, a daughter named Pearl. As one marriage begins, another one comes to an end. Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman have separated after more than 30 years of marriage. According to People magazine, the dynamic duo met in 1970 after one of DeVito's off-Broadway performances. They worked together on the TV series Taxi and the 1996 movie Matilda. The Hollywood couple have founded Jersey Films together and have 3 children. Lena Dunham, the creator and star of HBO's hit series Girls, is adding author to her resume. Random House is publishing her debut collection of essays titled Not That Kind of Girl. A young woman tells you what she's learned in a reported $3.5 million deal. Dunham's book offers advice on everything from sex to eating with her trademark wit. For Hollywood Minutes, I'm Christina Muchler.
And now we're going to take a full look at sports with Lionel Sterling.
How you guys doing out there? I'm Lionel Sterling. Jerry Sandusky was sentenced today to at least 30 years in prison, essentially a life sentence for the 68-year-old former Penn State assistant coach, for being the central figure of the child sexual abuse scandal that brought shame to Penn State and led Joe Paterno's legacy to being forever tarnished, throwing away wins and all. Sandusky was found guilty in June of 45 counts of child sexual abuse and was convicted of molesting 10 boys over a 15-year period. Sandusky was charged in November following a lengthy investigation and has consistently maintained his innocence despite all of the evidence and testimony against him. Sandusky and his legal team plan to appeal the decision. In other news, the Jets fell short of an upset Monday night against the Houston Texans, 23-17, and fell to a 2-3 record. Jesus. The Jets let up 152 yards to Texans running back Arian Foster on the night. Remember when they could stop the run? It was good times, good times. Quarterback Mark Sanchez was kept under 50% throwing the ball for the 4th straight game in a row. I said that slowly on purpose. Take note of that. And threw for a touchdown and 2 interceptions, one of them on a could-be game-winning drive against the Texans' top-ranked defense. Tim Tebow only saw 7 snaps on the offensive side of the ball, as Jets fans started to murmur for him to get in the game. Next week, the Jets are hosting the Andrew Luck-led Indianapolis Colts, and God help them if they lose against them. Rex says that Sanchez is still the starter, but for how long, only time can tell. In Oswego State, the field hockey team turned a strong defensive performance in a 3-0 win over the Elmira Soaring Eagles today. Taylor Stein looked to spark the Lakers' offense by scoring the first goal early in the first half and her 3rd goal of the year. Things continued to go Oswego's way in the second half when Alyssa Hare scored the Lakers' 2nd goal, notching her 4th of the year, giving the Lakers a 2-0 lead in the second half. Hare put the icing on the cake when she put the 3rd goal in the game away with 4 seconds remaining. Elmira could not get the ball past freshman goalie Nicole McCaldy, who recorded the shutout on 3 saves. The Lakers look to win back-to-back games as they travel to play Keystone on Saturday night at 2 p.m. That's it for sports. Now back over to the news desk.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Sterling.
Thank you, Lionel.
Thank you guys for tuning in today for the 10 News team.
I'm Lionel Sterling.
That is his name.
I'm James Gilbert.
I'm Anthony Hill.
And I'm Megan Roberts. Good night.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with fflexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP10, your television station.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good, and that's the name of the game. My name is LaDania Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.